let's do it. Okay, so our first kind of piece of the system is addressing something that's CT guard, right? We need to be able to put the supine without getting entangled. We can attack the feet, we can attack the shoulders, but the best thing to attack is the hands. Oh, sorry, yeah. We can attack the shoulders, we can attack the feet, or we can attack the hands. If we're attacking the feet or the shoulders, we can kind of probe with all this kind of stuff, but it's pretty shy. So we're going to look to try and lift and push at the same time. If we're doing that, we want to go cross grip and cross grip. We're trying to control one corner of the body and the other corner. Okay? So here, and then I'm walking my legs aside. And whilst we're on this topic, there's three main steps I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a side shuffle here. I'm going to be doing a cross step here, and I'm going to be doing like a switch step where I go 1, 2. Okay. That's pretty much it. Okay. So I'll just use a side shuffle for this one. 1, 2, 3. That's one easy way of doing that. Right. I could do that with a cross switch, but it makes it really hard to reach. So we're typically going to be either doing like a start this way, or we're going to be going 1, 2, the other, and using that switch step. Right. Okay. So that's how we can use the hands and the feet, or the shoulders and the feet. But realistically, we want to be attacking these. Okay. So when we come into the hands, this is when we need our rules. So the 3 rules. Rule 1 is the head is on the same level as the eyes, right? Eyes matching level all the time. If it's too low, they snap us from head. If it's too high, they have free access to the lower body. So we're on level with the eyes. We're looking to get outside control over the hands here, and we want to create tension on their body, right? As soon as you resist me pushing it to your hands, your feet start to become light, right? And so what I'm trying to do is go here, control the outside of your hands, and then have my feet square, right? Once I'm here, I'm going to start moving side to side. You're going to be able to really easily navigate your feet because there's no weight on them and it's really hard to manage, okay? So head height, managing the hands, and then feet staying nice and square. If they're pulling and pushing you as well, try and make sure your elbows are close to your knees, right? The further away my elbows are from my lower body, the easier it is for you to pull me, even if you get here. Whereas if I'm just settled and my elbows are close, even though your pull is about as strong, my posture is much more powerful. Right, and finally, if they are grip fighting you successfully here, and you're engaging in this grip battle, it's going to be really hard to like deterministically get 2-on-1. Yeah. So you're only going to have it short for a very short window, right? So here, boom, boom. In this very short window, we need to be using our head to create an advantage, right? So try and 2-on-1 me here, constantly stripping and attacking, and then using my head as that kind of third tool that can overcome that exchange.
So you aren't trying to push them back with the hands so much, you're trying to lift their feet up and then move right.
Yeah. I'm trying to crowd into their space using my head whilst keeping myself safe and slowly unweight their feet. Okay. If they decide they really want to stay seated, that is fine, and we'll just take their back, right? We can walk around. So it's kind of their choice at a certain point where they go that way. Oh shit, he's going to get past you and accept the supine.
And do you prefer on the hands rather than the feet and the shoulder?
Ideally.
Why? Just because it's easier or more effective?
Because when I don't grab the hands can grab me. Right, so if I'm really good on the outside, this is totally fine. Yeah. But as soon as I get like entangled a little bit, maybe you catch like here, and I'm like, oh shit, and I'm pulled in to some variation of the guard. Whereas if you try and put me in the guard here, there's like you can get attachments all you want, but they're so easy to strip when you don't have your hands to reinforce.
Okay.
Cool. You want to give it a shot?
Yes. Head height. There you go, dude. And foot movement, you said side to side.
Side to side is the main one, yeah.
And one.
And then also a cross step. Yeah. Oh, that's very nice. You're going to be using that one quite a lot. Okay.
And then hands.
Yeah.
Hands.
Yeah. This is good. Manage your head height as well. Yeah, there you go. Pushing. Elbows to knees. Yeah. I like turning my hands the other way as well. Yeah, like I prefer these grips. I think these feel easier. My head goes up, you follow it, goes down, you follow it.
So when do I wait to make the movement? Just when your feet are light?
As soon as my feet start to come light, you're free to start walking.
Okay.
To be honest, you should probably be walking side to side the whole time. Yeah. But like, as soon as the feet come light, that's the time that you know you can put the pressure.
Okay.
Cool?
Yes.
Happy?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Ooh, we're going to need to add a lot more information. We're going to bullet through this. Okay, so if we manage to push our partner supine, that's great. Right? Now we're here. So immediately, try not to stay overcommitted on the hands too long. This is when we will still manage to get entanglements going. We want to push them down and disengage and move out to the shins. Okay. Okay? In an ideal world, we'll move round here and we'll end up side on. And this is like, has saved us a lot of that initial battle where we're trying to get around the feet. However, let's rewind and let's talk about like, okay, say I get here, we do a good job getting your feet back in the middle, and we're in a more classic kind of standing versus supine situation. So the dirty feet game we've been playing all month, I think is the key kind of considerator. We really want to be keeping the feet pointed away from you the whole time. Now, when I say this, people think like, don't let it attach, but I mean like, don't let them be in this neutral position at all, right? So if I'm here, this is okay. But if I've got great control over you, but the feet are still pointed at you, I'm still not in a good position, right? So the key tool we're going to be using is side switching. So I'm going to guide your feet off to the side, and then as you try and recover them here, I'm going to go with you and overcorrect you and walk back around. So I'm constantly side my feet, and then just put them on me. Constantly side my feet, using these big overcorrection movements to reset. You see how my attachments are very loose and gentle. I'm like pushing you where I want you, but if you decide to rip your leg away, that's fine, because that's where I want it anyway, right? The only time I'm deliberate with my pressure is if you try and put it into like a dead heat or something. Now it becomes an active block. And if you're not trying to do that, I'm like very gentle on the feet. So side to side, shuffling side to side, shuffling constantly, keeping my feet busy. The main thing people do when they do this is they get over focused on the hands and make sure it's actually your lower body doing most of the work, right? So it's here, constantly trying to stay the feet using the lower body. Okay, that's the first kind of piece of our puzzle here. Eventually, you're going to need to move into a position where you can actually like start implementing a pass. So our main goals here, we'll take like opportunistic stuff, right? If we're out here, there's a leg drag nice and easy, you can absolutely take that. If you can pass all the way around and start attacking ourselves, that's fine too. But realistically, the main kind of things you're looking for are tornadoes. Okay? So we side to side, and we get out to here. One tool I really like using is using my shin vertical to the floor here, or vertical, I guess, and trying to trap your ankle down on my ankle, right? From here, we've got a whole bunch of other stuff we need to kind of address, the top leg, the bottom leg, the arms and everything. So let's talk about that, right? I block this in nice and tight here. My intention is to stop you simply pulling your knee to your chest. I'm okay if you are forced to circle to recover, because that'll give me an opportunity along the way. I staple this down, and now I need to check the top hip here. Make sure this arm is nice and active to address the lasso here. I need to check the bottom leg to make sure that this is both simultaneously pinned, but also my finger is coming around the bottom of the knee so I can lift it as well. And then my head wants to come like an anchor right here. Yeah, exactly. I'm blocking the lasso, but more importantly here, frame me away. How much weight do you feel like is on you? Not too much, right? How about now? Right? As soon as my head comes below my ass, then I can get this massive kind of dropping pressure onto you, right? And now the whole thing becomes how close can I get this leg around to your head? So drop, and I'm just walking away from this leg. If you try and recover, step back in close onto my staple again, and then check your leg again, and then keep walking. If you try and recover, I block. Exactly. And then you see you just did exactly what I wanted. You brought the foot nice and high up towards my hip to try and recover. That's the perfect opportunity to switch right back. Okay? So in an ideal world, they're just like pushing me away like a meathead here, and I just slowly plank into them and finish my classic tornado. If they're nice and strong, here, I'm like, okay, this is going to take too long, but they're still not really doing anything. Now you're going to move all the way around to north side. North side, you drop your elbows low, you slide in nice and tight. Cool. And then finally, when we're here, we're staying on the outside. Now you're being active with your bottom leg. So I'm like, okay, this kind of heavy weighting strategy isn't going to be useful. You're starting to circle this foot, so I lift it, drag it across the body, drop my knee all the way down on the far side, drop my knee on the near side as well, so that I'm as close to your hips as possible, and we can start working on it. Okay? Yeah. Pretty sharp with that? Yeah. Any questions at this point?
Well, one thing which I've been doing wrongly is just almost negating the step, moving past the feet first.
Yeah.
I've been just almost been trying to jump straight, like circle my knee to the outside, and then go into the left. But sometimes I struggle to get
100%.
this. So you were saying I need to create an angle before I get into that.
Absolutely. This shin staple is significantly less effective when you're straight in front of me. If you come in the shin staple. Not because I can recover so much, but as you bring your head down and start engaging, I can still create off balance here.
Okay.
Right, and it's annoying. But if you're right beside me, you go for it here. Now this should stay well. Now I can't create off balance in the same kind of way. Exactly, because you're beside me.
Okay. And you can get a hand on the head wall.
That's true, yeah.
So I'm here.
Guiding the feet away from you all the time. Overcorrecting.
So my hand like that.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, nice. Nice and loose connections. There you go. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
So I'm just angling around at all times.
Yeah.
And then if I can go.
If you can go straight to the pose. Yeah. Normal tornado finish if you can. Ah, very nice. So you can get your head a little lower. Your like bum and head are kind of in the same line. Here. And notice how small the steps you're doing. You're using your hands a lot to get your seconds out.
Yeah.
Do the same hands but more feet.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Now my recovery starts to get really dramatic.
Wow.
Massive. Right. And now you're getting these flanking angles much more consistently. There you go. Walk this close to my head. Yeah, there you go.
My head's good enough.
Yeah, try to drop it onto the shoulder.
Okay. That.
Yeah, forcibly flat. And there's your freebie. What's it called? Surrender.
Yeah.
Alright. See ya. Nice. And now you switch to my side. If you go hands in the hips here, I'm still able to circle my legs up. So put your hands on my shins.
The camera.
Yeah, of course.
On the shins.
And now drop your elbows down towards my hips. Exactly. And when you're doing this, I'm put my real focus on like opening my hips out and like stretching my core here. The longer you spend there, the more fatigued I'm going to be, the easier the life's going to be.
And I can just kind of chill out with slow pressure.
Yeah. So when you've got decent control. Oh, yeah. Nice, good. Excellent. Nice recovery, nice walk slow further around.
So do you see if your knees are nice and high there?
Yeah.
In order to get you into chin, I simply just push down.
You absolutely can do. Or to be honest, if it's here, I probably just immediately have the leg drag.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. And when I do the leg drag, I'm trying to be as like leggy as possible and as little hands as possible. Right, like we do like the old school elbow and or knee and ankle, right? Try to just nestle your knee underneath. Right, so you get to that front ankle, I'm here, yeah, and just bring the knee right underneath, nice. Freeze your hands up to be hand fighting any other battles, whatever you know.
Okay. So always be open to that.
Always be open to that. It's a very, very low hanging fruit and it happens a lot.
Yeah.
And from the leg drag, if you want the leg move, you can easily switch to that as well.
Yeah. So almost like in order of what you go for, it's kind of leg drag and then Toriano.
I would say you should be pursuing the Torando as your default.
Okay.
But if you find any obstruction to it,
Yeah.
north-south leg drag are probably the kind of equal
And
balance.
one thing I've been doing is basically not even really pursuing the Toriano because, well, maybe because I wanted to work on other stuff, but I proper pursue.
I think it's worth it, even just because it's very physically demanding for me to frame you away for like multiple minutes at a round here. And as I do that, it's going to give you big opportunities for other things, right? Like the easy north-south run here, when both my hands are here, nice, and then yeah, off the shins, elbows low, head lower. Yeah, exactly. Or the leg drag, because when I'm doing great work with my hands, you're probably going to want to go into my side. If I'm doing great work with my lower body, you're probably going to want to go to the leg drag. Cool.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got a couple other situations that might occur when we're here on our back position, right? Let's maybe pivot so the camera can see. Let me just check our positioning. Oh, easy.
It's recording, just in case.
Oh God. Yeah, it's. Been going for 14 minutes, so we're going to shit. Right, so we're here. Couple common situations. They manage to pummel this inside. Right? If you manage to pummel this ankle inside.
So
Just take a big circle.
I was listening. I
Yeah.
distracted with Tenacious D.
Oh, yeah.
Always hit record. Always hit record. That's what do you?
Yeah, so when you circle this inside,
Yeah.
two easy solves, right? First is to bring your knee over the calf. Here, if you just try and step it out, it can follow you really easy. If you bring the knee down first, it's much easier to step it out. Second option
So
is
one more time, just with that detail there.
bring the knee down over the top.
Yeah.
When I'm caving my knee in here, now try and follow me with your foot.
Yeah.
I can like block your foot's ability to climb,
Okay.
circle out easier, right?
Okay.
But obviously that's just a small pummel. The other thing is as you overextend to catch here, often they forget about the knee shield here.
Yeah.
This is just really right. So you can absolutely be taking that whenever you want. So here, we're trying to circle out, or it comes back in, and you just roll straight through. Right. Happens a lot. And top side as well. Let's maybe on this side. This top leg will do work too. When we're here, if we've got great head positioning, yeah, exactly. If we've got great head positioning, it's really hard to get like a lasso style movement here. But if I've got slightly weaker head positioning, you might be able to get a lasso going here. As soon as this happens, make sure you flare your elbow up to the ceiling. Okay. Right? This will limit their ability to get toes in the armpits. Right? This is what locks them into the position. When we come here and I catch it early and I flare my elbow up, now try and get toes into the armpit. It's much more challenging and allows me to walk around the guard. Right?
Zane's been doing that quite a bit, even though I've been trying to keep my head down.
Yeah.
So have I just not been doing it good enough?
Well, in our first rep, when you were bringing your head down, your head was like here, right, as opposed to here.
Okay.
Circle your lasso in. Yeah, he's actually he's good at the lasso as well.
Okay.
But circle your lasso in, it's going to be much more challenging, right? So if we go on the near shoulder for the lasso, you need to flare your elbow quickly, pin the bottom knee, and start moving around the guard in this kind of direction. Okay. Second leg. If you do a good job with your head positioning, they won't be able to get the near side lasso, so they might highlight all the way over to the top shoulder. Well, here, this is very common too. Okay. Right? Drop your bottom hand off their knee and grab their hip. Bring your outside leg kind of in and knee cut through. Okay. For the like switch. Okay. So we're here. Try it, and I'm blocking your normal lasso, so then my bottom hand comes through, and I'm trying to get this knee over the top, so I can sail through to the other side. Okay. Cool.
So three things.
Three things. Simple stuff first, addressing the bottom leg. Right.
Yeah.
If it does manage to circle inside, you missed your chance at the leg drag, you can just simply pummel out that way. Easy work really. Knee pinches, pummel, excellent, nice. If you get it back to here, and they've like really, like what often happens is try and pass me here, they like really push you away, they'll open up lows and they'll get this back and they'll be like, I've won! And that's when you just drop the knee cut right through the middle. Okay. Again, this is another reason why you really want to push through the Toriando, to force me to like defend and open up and give you opportunities. Right, so pursue the Toriando here. If I'm kind of cagey about my defense, these gaps aren't going to open up. If I start to leave you away, this is when these kind of passes become available.
And then the second.
And then the top leg. So here, when we go here, yeah, nice. If I can make your head move away enough, I might be able to get in on a lasso here.
So I instantly
Flare,
walk.
and make it finish.
Yeah.
Exactly, easy.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice. Exactly. Even in Nogi, it's still annoying when they put like a lasso up here.
Yeah.
So it's worth trying to move all the way around.
And then in terms of the rest there, like if that's in, you just.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Bend this elbow if you can. Yeah, nice. There you go. Just
Okay.
stop the command. You can absolutely, at this point, once you've flared this open, you could look to come back in for a knee cut.
Okay.
Right, because I've given up, I've got no chance of having a knee shield here. So if you can manage your head position well enough, that may well give you those opportunities.
Okay.
But primarily, you're going to side switch off this.
Okay.
Cool.
And then the last one is of course right.
Yeah, fully high legs here. Now this hand comes through, scoops my hip. Boom.
Yeah.
And ideally, this knee drops all the way to the floor here.
This one.
This
No.
one. It gives you this really smooth pass.
Okay. And can you do that if they've got that in as well?
Ideally, no. Like, you probably could. Here? Oh, yeah, you definitely could actually.
Okay.
But I would usually be trying this from an outside configuration, usually. Cool. Nice. I'm really trying to get this hand, like, scooping my hip. And try and bring your ear to my thigh. Yeah, nice. You see that immediately you're in a really close passage position. Cool?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Okay. And then finally, from this position, our last option is really simple, right? Anytime things are going badly for us, we can reset the system, side swap, back out, go again, right? So I managed to put you supine. I'm having a good time, everything's going okay. And then you start entangling things in the heart, like, fuck this, side swap.
Okay.
Right? The whole time we're here, got these ankle grips, I'm pushing up, rolling up, going here, and grab your ankles, lift them up, side swap, and either, maybe I'm lucky and I hit a full pass, but chances are you'll be set to the other side, right here. I'm going out, trying to get my hands on your head. Now I've got better grips, I've got better positioning, be able to change one another.
That's a quick thing as well, because sometimes we just get
Yeah.
walking on the same door far too hard.
Exactly. And you're like, no, I'm just going to side switch if it's annoying.
Okay.
Cool. So this is the exact same side switch we did from the very feet initially. Exactly. Boom, and now let it come in a little deeper here. And then on the outside, okay, maybe there's something all this shit. You like grab the ankles. Oh, maybe yeah. Grab the ankles. Oh. Yeah, exactly. And now you see there's an opportunity.
Yeah. Reset.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Cool?
Yes.
Okay. That's pretty much everything I do from the outside passing. Toriando, arm drag, or not arm drag, north south, knee cut, top leg, bottom leg. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I do from there. So we can then look at the inside camping, right?
Okay.
Happy? Is there anything you feel like this?
The one, to see the one you showed me where they bring the leg over.
Yeah.
Is that this? You showed a similar one. You probably showed. Maybe it's the same one. I'm not sure. Alright,
Sure.
carry on, carry on.
So we boom here, we move in here. I mean, there's a good chance I missed this. I kind of, like the first few weeks I was showing this, a lot of it was instructional stuff. And then I kind of picked and choose my favourite bits. So if there is something, we can definitely talk about it.
Okay.
So we get here, and half the time, it doesn't necessarily have to follow this order, right? Obviously, very commonly people will step into a headquarters
Yeah.
and then step to a split squat situation. But for me personally, what I've been finding the most success with is attacking on the outside, and then eventually letting them lose this battle, right? Giving them no freebies. If I will absolutely try and stop this, I'll try and take the free knee cuts along the way. But something good entangles here, gets the knee shield in as I try and cut, and I'm like, okay, fine, now we play this position. Okay. So
Yeah,
first,
this is the position.
this is our split squat, yeah. So first things first, we want to match, we're going to mirror their posture. If they're stretching away, we're going to stretch them out. If they're closing in, we're going to close them in, okay? So I'm going to take my hand here, and I'm going to look for your armpit here. I'm going to take this hand here, and I'm going to try and cover the weakness of the grip. The grip opens here, so I need to put this on something, right? If you try and hand fight me here, if you get your hand out, not too hard. If you try and hand fight here, much more challenging because the weak bit is covered, okay? If you're trying to like stretch out at all, you're trying to move your head away from mine here, I'm simply going to start shuffling inwards, squaring your knee to the ceiling, pinning you flat, and sanding back. Okay. This also works great when they're kind of in a neutralish zone. If they're really stretched out, we've got a couple of different kind of solves for that. But if they're in this kind of neutralish zone, especially, this is what we like. Okay, so we hold here, we pin this wrist, and notice that I go from here where I'm kind of camping down on my heel, my bum is attached to my heel, so I bring my hip forward. You feel it literally slide up your shin bone, right? Here. And now I'm going to pin your shoulders to the mat. So your back is flat, but your hips are not, which is why your knee shield's still in. So I'm going to use this left leg to bring it in and bring my hip over the top of your hips so that your knee is not straight to the ceiling and the knee shield goes away. If you try and sweep me overhead here, like, oh yes, you can sweep me this way, most of my body weight's still on the side, so it's really quite challenging. Then I bring my hip right down to your hip, and glue my elbow to your hips, and this is my pass. Okay, so that's part one. If they're stretching out, we pin, we lean in, we keep their back flat, and then we try and get their hips flat, and we just hang out here until we can slowly work past the knee shield. Knee shields don't work very well when your hips are quite straight. Okay. Secondly, if you bring your head in instead, this can be really hard to get an effective grip on the shoulder.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to pull you in. Right? I'm going to bring my left hand all the way over your head, and I'm going to get my knee on the floor quite promptly. Okay? Here. Right, I'm going to throw this over your head, and now at this point I'm going to make sure that my elbow and my knee come close together. Here. To collapse your spine and to also make me as structurally powerful as possible. Right? If my elbows are separated, try and straighten out your back again. This is quite powerful. If my elbow and knee are connected, trying to separate out your spine, it's much more challenging, right? So my hand is placed like flat on the back here. So I just showing the camera. So I've got lots of friction, and now I just need to take out your knee shield. Right, so I'm going to use this top hand here. I'm going to scoop down by your ankle, and I'm simply going to push it away. If we're not friends, I'll peel it up instead, and I'll kind of like turk it out, right? Now from here, push my knee to the floor, circle my ankle out, and then side control. If we are friends, and I'm more concerned about the health of your knees, I'm going to move your foot straight back and just shuffle the knee just barely out. Now from here, we leave the foot, and we're out again. Okay? If they end up crossing their ankles here, this can be annoying if you cross your ankles. Yeah, here. I'm not really able to get such good access here, but when you cross your ankles, there usually is more of a gap up the top of your knee. So I'm going to take this grip here, I'm going to circle under your thigh here, and I'm going to like reach down towards your bum and open your grip out. Okay?
Yes.
So two simple variations. One when they're flat, this is kind of my preferred option.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah, everything's going great. And bam, I started tangling, and you're like, okay. And this is like a more competent opponent's getting all this going, right?
Okay. So that gets in there, and there's a weak point there.
Yeah, nice.
So I want to be.
Yeah. Maybe rotate your grip a little bit, yeah, so it's more comfortable for you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But yeah, there you go, perfect.
Like that, and then I just put my weight straighten you out.
Yeah, and see if you can bring your hip a little further along my shin, right? Like a little more this. Yes, there you go. Now you're closer to my knee, and now as you straighten out your whole, like just straighten out this whole section. Like, yes. You see how that slides you up and up and up towards my knee?
Yeah.
And now it becomes really challenging to maintain.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. See, like, can we swap here just because I'm always left? Usually my feet go left. And is that sometimes a challenge to get that?
It can be, so feel free to grab the elbow instead.
Oh, okay, like that.
Yeah, and do the exact same thing in the elbow, so long as their shoulders are flat.
Yeah, and I straighten this like the.
I bring it in a little closer.
Okay.
Yeah, just so you can push effectively on this.
Oh,
Yeah, and slide it past.
that's brilliant.
It's so like reliable.
Yeah.
Joseph Chen showed me that.
Yeah.
It's like nothing could have got here comes from me. It's all stuff. And then the crushing.
Second one.
Yeah.
So here.
So here. Now, yeah, I'm like hiding that shoulder from.
You come in nice.
Yeah, elbow knee in together as much as possible. Yeah, there you go. And now.
Oh, yeah, that's good as well.
Yeah, if there's even a small gap between your elbow and knee,
Yeah.
go for it. Make the small gap. Yep. I'm so much more powerful with once that's connected.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then there.
Nice.
And torque it.
Yeah, you can torque it if you want, or just push it. Yeah.
And then
Just
shift.
that. Thanks.
And keep everything tight.
Oh, exactly. And then I like what you're doing there, where you're not fully committing to the pass because you don't get on lyrics yet.
Okay.
So you gotta like settle a little bit.
So here comes back in. That's good. Tight. Nice and tight.
Yeah.
Work, work.
Nice. And finish it.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, it goes under it and go. Excellent.
And then if your legs are
Yeah.
crossed, so here, coming back, can't get that easy time. Hold, tight.
You're gonna come into this gap here.
Okay.
And you all if you scoop the hip and try.
Okay.
If you like that version more, you could probably just do that every time, to be honest. But if the ankles aren't free, they might be able to like close that gap more effectively. As soon as the ankles are connected, they're not going to be able to like fully encircle it because it's attached to the pin leg.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Right, what else do we have from here?
Can we show just the simple reset?
Oh yeah, of course. From the split squat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when we're in the, this little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. So when we're in the split squat and we're having any difficulty, especially if we're struggling with this kind of upper body attachment here, we can grab the lower body here and I can put them back into head quarters. Step your foot in, lift, and hopefully you can navigate your elbow back to the inside. Now you can drop to a split squat with the knee shield cleared, and this is basically a pass for sure. Or you can step them all the way up here and look to circle back to the outside.
Okay.
In the same kind of spirit as that, the whole time we're here, if I can make my knee heavy, I can make my foot light, right? Which will let me step outside. So the whole time we're doing all this fight, if my knee goes heavy and I can circle my foot to the outside of your shin, it's a freebie re-entry to where we were before.
Okay.
Which is kind of like an upgrade, right? Because they have less control over us.
Okay.
So the whole time we're here, I'm going to be fighting. I'm like, am I resetting the hips? No, I'm staying here. Oh, and I pass.
Okay.
Right. So here, maybe here. Fighting. Oh, you forgot about it. And and up I go. Right, so you can constantly exploit that weakness for them.
Okay.
Cool, should we have a quick play of those?
Yes. So you have this.
Good. Yeah.
What was your...
I just bring this in so that it becomes strong so I can lift nice and explosively. Nice, exactly. Easy peasy. It's just where you stand up and circle out to lick it. Boom. And then exhale. Yeah, makes it then go right back to plan A.
Okay.
Or you can do that second variation, basically like stepping up.
So yeah.
Here. If I just forget about that at all, exactly. You're already like tornado me. I'm like, what? I had half my Cool.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Right. So that's kind of addressing the lower body. Oh, I guess there's a couple more options we should probably show while we're here. So just in kind of the interest of completeness, I feel like you probably know these ones. When you're here, arm weaves are still great, right? I can still weave this top hand through, punch right in on the top of your thigh, pin the grip in the same way, and then the same way I put my head on your shoulder to flatten out in the first kind of positioning, I'll do the same thing here. Head on the shoulder, flatten out, and the head's over the top, it's really hard to flatten them out. So head here, walk the foot round, pinch the knee down just like we kind of spoke about, and then you're straightening, straightening, straightening. Right. Oh yeah, I feel it.
You've
definitely done that.
but it's messy though. I think it's more force rather than...
I mean, if it works, right? Like I'm still like forcing my arm straight, forcing my head into it. It feels quite like powerful
Yeah.
in terms of strength. And so here you straighten them out, and then it's relatively easy to follow. I mean, you know that you do this technique all the time.
Yeah, I know, it's more crude I feel. So here, and hand in with that.
Yeah.
Forcing.
Right.
Start on the side.
Yeah, exactly. Just trying to straighten it out. And see if you can go all the way to like a normal split squat. First, yes, so you're like here, and you're hand finding your thing this whole game, and then you can just weave this hand, and I would literally take it right next to my hip and punch this hand straight and glue it to the floor. Yeah, nice. And now just walk around away from that glute hand, and that'll straighten out my body, and that'll lead past the knees without actually moving the knees away, right? Do you see what I mean? Subtle difference between like...
I'm moving around rather than...
Yeah, rather than pushing my legs backwards, you're just gluing your fists to the floor.
So split squat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Probably get that hand first, but...
Yeah, and then my legs are really strong, so you don't want to have to move them. Yeah. So you just move yourself. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, cool.
Still feels quite like a power move a little bit.
Yeah, it's really nice.
But it's like, yeah, it's like a power move because you've got great positioning, so you're able to utilize lots of force. Cool.
Quality.
Okay, good. And let's maybe spin to the camera. So we're here. We've got a couple options here where we're addressing kind of this leg with a step out. We've got a couple options here where we're addressing this leg with a step out. And anytime you can pummel to the inside as well, that's obviously great too. But what about the lower body, right? And one common thing that you'll have happen, and this is not really so much a technique for the top person, but more a staying safe thing, is the reverse deltoid gets present here, right? As soon as I'm driving pressure here, there's an opportunity for their hips to come in and these grips to start applying themselves, okay? And first things first, don't let it happen, right? If you can stop it early, it's so much easier. Grab the grip, peel it into the weakness of the grip, peel it off here, and then I like this, where I'm kind of like stepping my knee to the back of your knee to take the reverse deltoid hook out.
Yeah.
But realistically, if you've got a really good reverse deltoid hook, you're going to have to play a game between giving up control on this to push this down, which can be really annoying, right? Because as I push this down, you get an ankle grip, and it's like, fuck. So what I usually end up doing is I take this off here, and then I step up real fast and come back to a catch. Can be tough though. If they're really, really fast here, I would prefer to turn my knee out to kill it, but this is not, the turning the knee out is not strong.
And what mistake is the top player doing for letting that in?
And when I am trying to go for like this one, if I bring my whole body forward, you can't get it, right? If I just bring my ass off my heel, then you can get it. So there's kind of like a difference between leaning and pressuring versus just bringing my head low and my ass up for no reason, and now put the reverse deltoid hook in, and now it's quite powerful, right? It'll also happen just as you enter the position, because they kind of start the movement, and I hook it deep, and you're like, okay. So I stop you from inverting immediately to the cross side. Yeah, I stop the inversion, I check the top shoulder, I come and take this grip off, now I bring the knee outside to clear, and go back. Good to kind of start addressing this, right? So that's how to stay safe on this top side. And same kind of rules apply in terms of staying safe from this top leg, but it's a bit.
Can I try that?
Yeah, before we
Just
move on.
before
Yeah.
we- Right, so if it happens when I'm moving in,
Yeah.
I stop inversion.
Stop the inversion with the
This.
crossface. Yeah.
Okay, like that.
Yeah, nice.
And then what?
And now you're going to drop this knee down to the split squat. Nice. I've still got a decently strong vertical heaver, especially if we've got this kind of robust grip here.
Yeah.
So what you're going to look to do is you're going to look to take this hand. Yeah, check my shoulder first. Nice. I'm going to take this hand and strip the grip. Boom. Exactly. Now you're going to bring your knee to the outside of my knee and start driving to peel this off. Nice. And now you're back to your normal split squat. Especially if you still got the inside position there. It's really powerful. One more time for the camera.
Yeah.
Here. This is the vertical just coming in.
Stop inversion.
Yeah, good.
Pop.
Yeah. And now you're back to your. And now you're beating the knee shoulder already.
Okay.
But if I can. Yes. There's a couple variations of the versatile healing as well. And this kind of neatly ties into another option. So one tool, two fixes. So we'll talk about the high step now. So with our high step, right, this is kind of this technique, right? The high step.
All that's doing stuff.
It is cool stuff, right? But it can solve two things. So the first thing it solves is just the meat head powering you away, right? When you're pushing me away a little bit, like this is when I'll still use this.
Yeah.
But if you really blast me away here, I'm not going to be able to stay attached to your armpits.
Yeah.
And this is a good time to go for the high step. So I'm going to swap my grips around here and here. Again, these are light touch grips and not weight grips. And I'm just going to bring my feet nice and close to your body. Good. And I'm going to stand up next to you. It's important that this foot is close to the body. So if you pull this knee to your chest, just pull your own knee straight to your chest, right? It's really hard to do. Versus, if my grip is out here, pull your knee to your chest, you just regard your close guard, right? Or if they're not open, right? Whereas if I'm here, you try and regard, it's not going to happen in the same way.
Yeah.
So I stop the wrestle up here. If you're trying to wrestle up, I'm catching it early. If I'm too late and I'm too high here, once you get some decent momentum, it's going to be really hard. And if I'm too heavy on you, my balance is committed to you. It's going to be easy to balance, right? So it's kind of like preventative but not committed.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing here to address like hips and knock overs and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, then from here I pinch my knees together and I point my toes towards your bum. I pick my knee straight up to my shoulder and step back. If you follow me with the foot, I pick this straight up to the shoulder. Yeah, I keep it glued to my bum here. This is really, really hard to step out of, so use a front pommel instead.
Okay.
Rotation, so maybe for a better angle. So we're here, I'm trying, and I'm like, you're blasting me away with this knee shot, I'll screw you now. And I step out here.
Wow.
If you manage to follow me effectively with this leg here, so much so that I can't step this foot out, I front pommel it instead.
Okay.
Step out here, and now maybe you can drop to like reverse knee belly, but more consistent is right back on the same north side finish that we did earlier.
Okay.
Cool?
Fantastic. What position was?
Split squat. So
Yeah.
in the split squat, and I'm like driving you away.
Can't do that.
Yeah, you can't really get those upper body attachments. Nice, good, yes. Very nice. Good. See if you can use it to run around to north south a little more.
Okay.
And then maybe do it slow motion just for a
Yeah,
couple.
yeah. So here, can't get the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just
Check. Nice, exactly, lovely.
stop
I can't pull this knee free. You just step. Exactly. And I like running straight to north south here.
Oh, sorry, what was the one when you
Yeah,
said?
if I follow the foot,
Oh, yeah.
now it's a high step. So you're going to actually circle your foot through this
Oh,
gap. Yeah, nice. I feel like a genius whenever you do that one. Very nice.
Really.
Cool.
On that, can you show me, I think I've asked you this 5 times in class, when they stop your foot from doing the high step.
Yeah, okay,
I think there's 2 different ways you do it, I'm not too sure.
Yes. So when we're here, if you establish like a reverse healer grip here, this can make this really hard. So I make sure that this foot that stepped in is actually in the inside of your grip. We should probably spin so the camera. So as we go here, I will try, because you can't really get good grips on me here, especially not when you push me away, right?
Yeah.
Push me away. There's no way you grab my ankle.
Yeah.
So if I'm quick, that's going to be totally fine.
Oh, okay.
But if you're quick too, that's when you get this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to step inside your grip here.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull my heel into your elbow,
Okay.
right, to stretch this grip out as much as possible. And then I'm going to kick and high step and kick and high step and kick and high step until I'm out. So really hold my ankle, kick, high step. Right? High step, kick, high step, kick, high step, kick, high step, kick until I can get out.
Okay.
Right, because I've got some balance in it, it's this table, right? So that's my main goal, right? I'm trying to just kick and step, kick and step, kick and step until I can get it out. If, and this is kind of broaching me for a second topic, if they actually have a better grip, you're going to need more than that, right? So if you come around here, this is okay. This you can probably kick and step out with, right? If you take an underhook reverse lever grip here, which again, completely impossible for you to get with the knee shield counter, but we'll use a high step to counter the reverse lever anyway, right? I step, and I come to here. If I could step into the middle, that'd be nice, but it's really not going to happen from here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to step behind you here. Right, put my foot on the floor and start pulling your foot towards your head.
Okay.
Now this grip on the shoulder goes to the back of the knee and we force a stack position. From here you can drop them down neatly into a leg drag, here, or you can attack the stack.
Okay.
Cool, so one more time. So we're here. Maybe, rather than this situation, now I've failed to stop you getting a reverse lever. So there's two failures that happen here. The first is that I've failed to control your wrist. Right? The second is I've ended up bringing my bum high enough that you've managed to get this without me addressing. And now somehow you've got this hand free and you've got a deep grip here. I should already be cross facing and sprawling out to check it early, right? But you've got a really good attachment. And now I'm like, I can't push in because you'll elevate and move me. So I'm stepping up, stepping here, and stepping behind your foot.
Okay.
Stamping it down, bringing my knee behind your knee, stack position.
Okay.
Cool?
Yeah.
So we're here in a normal split squat. Everything's going great, you've got great wrist control, the foot's not in danger. As soon as you feel like you try and elevate, you're going to get this in, turn your knee outwards to kill my ability to get reverse lever. Great. Then you come back in and you're like, haha. But this time it comes in a bit more, and then this time you've managed to mess this up as well. And I go from here all the way around to here.
So initially I should be cross facing and
get like a deep cross face.
And then what was
And
it?
sprawling out.
And
Like you can either push this leg straight back or you can cut it this way.
okay.
And it makes it really challenging for me to make it.
Oh, okay.
Here, basically just trying to move my head as far away from the hand as possible.
And then if I'm committed to this pass,
Yeah.
the first one, alright, so this is the good grip. Here, just monitoring, step, pass.
And this hand to the back of this knee. Good.
I'm pushing.
And there's the stack or the leg drag if you want to. Knee in the middle of the leg drag or just keep them stacked.
Okay. And then if it's not a good grip, I'll try to just get one. So here.
So here, if it's just a heel grip like this, you can stand up and step inside my grip if you can. And you use that to open it up.
And now I'm just kicking the back step.
Kicking this way,
And I should be able to get that.
So long as you pull your knee off the floor and kick while it's in the air. It's really challenging for you to maintain.
Okay. But that helps a lot if I've got my foot on the inside.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're in this position here, and this, holding the foot on the inside really helps take the pressure off the grip. If you try and stand up and the reverse lever just stays in, for you to come back down, right? Come back down to the split squat and use your hand to take this off. Because this grip can be stripped manually, right? And now, exactly. Now it's much easier. Now I only get a half grip on it, right?
Now what was the back step if you fall my foot around? Then
Just front on it. So pull the knee up and then front on it.
Is that not what it was always done? Is that the only way to do it?
No, there's two. There's just the regular high step or the front pommel. Right? If I really keep your leg close, try and high step it. This is great, right? Try and front pommel it. It's really hard to do. Right? Now try and front pommel it. Super easy. Now try and high step it. Super hard. That's all. Brilliant. And so that would be my two main situations there. And the kind of the thought process behind that is, if you go down real quick, is that even in no gi, like we know that in like gi, right, if you get a sleeve grip, this is the best time to break a grip, right? The longer it stays on, the more robust it gets. So the same idea is in play here. If we're here and you put a reverse lever grip on, go for it, put the ball line. Now is the best time to take it off. So it's really easy to take it off here. So if I'm doing a good job of this, if you get a grip now, it's going to be a pretty fresh grip, and there's a good chance I can step out of it. Right? So your early maintenance here of being disciplined on this grip is going to pay dividends in the long run. So now as you come up, Maybe you get a little scoop grip on the ankle, grab it, grab the ankle. Now that's a new grip, it's going to be easier to pick off. If you have a really good, like solid grip on this heel and you've really taken your time and massaged it in, now I step up here and now I try and get this off. Suddenly it's more challenging. You're probably better served coming back in, ripping that shit off, going, fuck you, stay there, man.
Brilliant.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Whew, I'm starting to sweat now.
Do you know then? Do you think like
A TLDR.
like a drill to do all the passing in one? And is it like a hierarchy of like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like here are my best two from every position sort of thing.
But like, when would you, for example, resort to the back step rather than
The high step.
the high
Okay,
step
yeah.
rather than maybe a different one? Or would you just kind of, how would I basically practice them flowy? Does that make sense?
Grab a white belt. Yeah, practicing the flowy. I guess like I try and run through all my major options from each of these positions.
Yeah.
I think it's too much to do seated guard, supine guard, split squat, chest to chest, half butterfly all at once. I think it's better to go like, okay, I'm in this split squat. Okay, mate, give me some different reactions. Okay, no, none of that. Okay, I'll try that. Oh yeah, no, none of that. Oh, thank you very much. All that kind of stuff. But we must press on.
Let's continue.
So we've kind of spent ages now addressing the lower body and a little bit on this arm. And we can talk about this arm as well because this is where a lot of resistance comes through. As I'm trying to force into the kneecap, you can post on me and you probably will, right?
Yeah.
Two places you post on this side of my center line or you post on this side of the center line. It's up to you, right? If you post on this side of my center line, I really weight your frame because in an ideal world you just give up on this and I just pass. But then I unweight it, push it, and round drag. Okay, from here I get a really deep, like elbow almost in front of your ribs level underhook here, and I pinch my hand and shoulder close together, and I'm going to slide away from your guard. Okay, this won't work unless I run all the way around now, because I can't really enter back into this space because your knee's still there, but I can spin all the way through to the top position. Let's shuffle just a little further away from the camera. Thank you. So you post on my top shoulder. Yeah. Punch off. It's quite explosive, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then same principle, but you're posting on this side. I can't really knock it this way, but I can now knock it this way. So I karate chop your tricep, boom, and I swim my hand almost down to a leg leaf position. Here, and now I'll spin again and try and drag you back. Cool. So basically you punch the arm out of the way. Cool.
So here,
It's on the near shoulder. You're just going to weight it and then, nice. Slap all the way over. Very nice. And see if you can push loads of weight into the post and then take it off before you hit it.
yeah.
Just in that split second. Yes, nice. And now it comes off real easy and you can top spin for the finish.
Cool.
Or they come to the inside and they post on this side. Yeah, you just nudge this off downwards and you're trying to punch your hand to the floor here. Yeah. Circle. Exactly. Simple, but very effective.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry for being there.
Nice.
Cool.
That's pretty much 99% of it then. That's oh yeah, okay. Sometimes you'll have me served using a shin slice as well. When we're here and we're having difficulties with all this kind of stuff, we can use a shin slice. Ideally this happens again once we get an underhook here, but instead of spinning all the way around, we end up a little bit more square, right? So I come here, here. Now depending on which leg you use to re-guard, this gives me a great opportunity to step back into a weave, right? If you use the bottom leg, great opportunity to step back into a knee cut.
Okay.
Right? So sometimes a good idea is to make a bit of distance here. Even if I've just got grips here, it's going to be less potent, but I can pull it to here, and then it'll allow you to re-guard here, come right into a weave. From the weave, you can force it out into a split, whatever you like.
Brilliant.
Cool, go quick on that.
So here,
Ideally with an underhook, but if you can't get it, beggars can't choose.
slide off.
Square up, they follow, you can chase. And that's,
leg.
if they follow with the bottom leg,
So here.
slides all the way
And
down.
to slide off, you just fall, start with your knee.
Yeah, and almost aim it down towards my shin.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
And then I'm get away. You can use that. You again. See if you have an underhook.
Yeah.
and you bring your elbow really tight into this gap.
It will prevent the knee when I come
Yeah, and as you slice away, you now have inside position, and you come back through.
Wow.
Cool?
Yes.
Okay. Then in week 3 we spoke a little bit about chest to chest stuff. I think this stuff was less like well baked. This stuff I'm really solid on, but the later stuff I'm a little less.
Yeah.
But we can still talk about it if you like.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. Okay, so real quick, just for the sake of kind of posterity, when we're here, right? If we can get some upper body connections here, we're pretty much good to start going. But another way we can do that is we can use the same kind of grips we've got here. We bring our knee right to the center of their body here, right close to the hip, and lunge across. From here as we lunge across, we can very often end up in a chest to chest half guard.
Okay.
Crossface, underhook, and then bob jump with classics, right? Head to the floor, pinch your knees really tight, and then keep holding my half guard, please. Walk your toes right to their bum, and then decide, am I knee cutting or am I going to the mat?
Yeah.
Right, knee cut, kick, mount, and then when you go to the mat, take your time, switch the underhook, swap which hands control the underhook, and make them look all the way to the other side. Feel free to grab their ear and turn their spine. Now as you try and keep holding my ankle here, it's so easy. Again, don't use your instep to open the knees. This never works against strong opponents. Simply, excuse my knees please. Simply touch it and then rip your right leg out. That's much more.
Wow.
Okay?
2 details there. It's the cross face. I never knew about the ear pulling back.
Actually make their spine turn.
Wow.
Because pressure is great, but if their head's still upright, they can still squeeze the knees.
And then,
Rip the leg out.
hold on. Can you do that all that again, please?
For sure. So we're here. We're hand front here. We're having a okay time, but I want to go closer. Bring my knee inside. Only bring your knee inside if you have the wrist grip.
Yeah.
Right? Don't bring the knee inside when you can grab it.
Okay.
So knee inside step. Step your foot out and lunge across. Crossways, underhook, and walk. Go into the mount, leave the ankle in until you can, walk this all the way up and then pass from left arm under the head to right arm under the head and pass it across. I'm not even going to like a arm triangle grip. I'm literally just leaving it in front here, then grab the ear and encourage the turn. Push, whip. You want to try that one?
Just mainly the final 2 details.
For sure.
So here, I can get out as long as I have the rest. Pop, high forwards, cross.
Very nice. Good. Then cross it up a bit.
Yeah.
Good.
Walk. And then you
Yeah.
the mind.
Yeah.
Cross the mind.
Walk.
So, over, slow cross.
The ear. Yeah.
Now, can you do that with just a normal cross?
Yeah, so you can, yeah. Just make sure
Wow, yeah.
this just like kills the other as well.
To free the leg. I'm not.
Hold it still.
I'm not fighting with this. I'm holding.
Obviously, you can any chest half guard. You can use this exercise, so it's very handy. And then secondly, you can go to a half butterfly. So this is very common, especially when people are like leg walkers.
Yeah.
So you come through here, you step across here, and then you come to the side and you go cool. Right? Now which underhook we need changes. Right? Rather than the crossface on the side, far the one furthest away from the butterfly hook becomes the underhook. I come here and I want to pull this side in here. Right? I'm bringing my knees close to your bum so that I have as much squeeze onto your heel, into your bum as possible. Right? And now from here, this right hand is going to be doing all sorts of odd jumps. Right? It's controlling the wrist, it's pushing the leg down. First things first, I want to go here and I want to use both of my feet underneath your second leg to take a lot of your pressure out. Right? I'm going to put my head on the floor at this point, and now this hand is just waiting. Right? I can absolutely force things here. I'm going to put my right foot back on the floor and start stepping over. But also, if you try and sweep me at any point, that's going to give me extension on this leg to step over. Right?
Are you keeping your weight
On this side, yeah. Now give me a butterfly sweep.
And lower, you're quite high with your weight as well.
I'm trying to put my weight on my head, even just a little bit. I still want my hips engaged for now. It's kind of like an anti-Goldilocks thing. I either want to be way too close for you to sweep me, or I want to be way too far for you to sweep me. Now if you sweep me, it's also not going to work. I can step through. Right. So just to kind of detail load, because you are recording it. We go here, we get far to the underhook, we control wrist, and we keep our hips low and flared. We can use almost like a grapevine here, but instead we're stamping on the back of the calf to keep this difficult. And at any time you try and elevate me with this leg, we use that to step over. If I'm having difficulty, I can bring my elbow to the inside as well, and I can just step to the inside. It's really nice. And I can also take this leg, and I can, instead of weaving with the knee first, I can weave with the foot first. And weave it all the way to your far hip, and take either like a knee mat, or a pseudo half guard, which is also very powerful. If we end up in this situation, and for whatever reason, I feel like I'm not strong enough to keep you closed here, I'm going to start putting weight on my head instead. Right? At this point, it's really important that my left knee remains pinched, otherwise you try and go to a single leg X. It's going to be relatively doable. If I pinch my knees in, go for a single leg X, it's never going to happen. And now from here, I'm just going to use this, stuff the leg, and step into the leg. Okay, quite a lot there, sorry.
No, fantastic.
Just conscious.
I'm actually just thinking in my head as well, I'll put this at half speed.
Yeah, 6 cups of coffee before the game.
So where?
So starting the split squat again,
Split squat.
and then lunging across,
What? My brain just went.
and half butterfly.
Oh yeah.
So boom, lunge across. So again, do that same knee to the hip lunge that we did, right? Yeah, knee to the hip, and then lunge. Yeah, if you step high with this lunge, you'll encourage the half butterfly more. If you step low with the lunge, it's going to be really hard for you to get it, and then you're going to do your classic chest half lunge, which is totally fine if you prefer that. But step like high with the lunge and really step your heel out. Yeah, now weave into a half butterfly. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to leg lock this guy.
Yeah.
Right, and you're thinking, where's my far side underhook?
So I'm here.
Yeah, good. Yeah. And now you're using this hand for all sorts of odd jobs that you may need. Nice.
Put my hips on.
Yeah, try it rather than grapevine it, try and stamp on my calf. Yeah, nice, because all you're trying to do is keep it off the floor, right?
Okay.
Here, you're
And how important is this on the hook?
not very.
Okay.
This one is going to be doing all sorts of odd jobs.
Yeah. So then there, I can force it myself.
Yep, just step, easy peasy. You can also bring your elbow to the inside and just slide your knee inside, easy peasy.
Yeah.
Or you can wait so you feel me engage in a sweeping motion and then just step your leg all the way over. Boom, excellent.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that's brilliant. All the times when I'm in after from the top hill, all the times fish that butterfly and so
Yeah.
good practice.
That's good. You can also use this high tripod situation against the butterfly, right? If someone's playing the butterfly here, usually we go for a double body lock, right? If instead I drive my head over the top and I come immediately to this really high position, try and sweep me here, because my hips are really light, it's actually really challenging, right? Especially as I have this right hand of mine free because it's not committed, isn't it? To base. Right, so what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and engineer half butterfly. So sweep me and stuff. One, right? Now I'm in this high tripod. I can elect to drop back down and play this low tripod, or I can stay up in a high tripod, be pinching, even, full passing, all sorts. So let's say we're addressing a butterfly player. Here, yeah, exactly. So we rather than double and take one and head block the other side. Now they're going to go, oh, this idiot, he's going to get free. So remember about using your free hand. Yeah, nice.
Do I need double unders for it?
No, definitely not. If you have double unders, I can grab and control them, right?
Oh, cool.
Because I can pinch in. Yeah, exactly. Nice. And then step over. Excellent. And now you have your far side underhook.
Here.
You can do it, or you can stay in the high tripod too if you want. Perfect. Just pinch this knee in so I can't. Oh, careful with the foot. Yeah, use this foot to do all that kind of work. Yeah.
Oh, you use the same foot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're standing like this.
Yeah, of course, on your best feet.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
I think that's almost, that's pretty much everything we did. Obviously, when you're like floating up high there, there's going to be opportunities to slide into knees and stuff, knee cuts, all that kind of stuff. But that's probably like everything that I would consider that I did. Is there any questions or stuff that you remember we did that you're like, well, what about that? Okay, awesome. Fucking hell. You know, my memory is so poor. I put the washing in, totally forgot about it, didn't remember it. I just remembered all of that. I'm like, fucking hell. I'm telling my girlfriend about that. She does. And then, should we look at the octopus a little bit as well?
I mean, if you got 2 minutes just to show the stuff you showed yesterday.
Sure.
If you can do it from, preferably, from this position.
Yeah, okay, cool. So when we're here, we're taking a double burrito grip here and trying to move underneath. My main grip on
so you force it quite often?
usually, because if I'm too late
what happens if if they're here, and do you ever force it from this position?
I personally don't, but you absolutely can.
Okay.
There's lots of people who do this and they'll get height early,
Oh,
right? Because often this is all about winning the battle for height,
yes, okay.
right? So if you do like a reverse half guard pass,
Yeah.
and you come to here, and now I go, ooh, great idea, time to try some octopus.
Yeah.
I'm already really smashed, and it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Not impossible, but hard. If you do the reverse half guard here, I keep my elbows on the inside. Go for it, drop your hips. Yeah, I keep my elbows on the inside. I've kept your hips floating, and I've stopped you from advancing too high.
Yeah.
Pardon me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to skate backwards, and really important, I'm going to look for my top leg over the top, almost like a turn. Here, right? And now I'm going to get up onto my elbow. And this is when I've got the ability to possibly grab your ankle and hip bump you.
How common is that?
And quite common.
Okay.
I find this quite common.
Okay.
Or if you resist, here, slide the knee through and look for the back take.
Wow, smooth.
Yeah.
And then can you show the taking me the other way?
Yeah. This is the one I'm definitely the worst at, but I'll do my best. Here, if I turf this leg enough, I can basically bring you in. You see how I really am twisting on your knee? And now, this is where I use movement. Right? But this one, kind of like hip bump sweep in general, right? This is so much more better. If you drop your hip down, please. Here, this is so much more important that I pair it with another option. Drive back into me now. And crush me through.
Yeah.
And then let it.
And vice versa if you're trying to hip bump too.
Exactly. But the key thing is to like turking that leg massively.
Okay. It's the same as
Yeah. Yeah, you really need to bring that leg in. So as I reverse here,
So can let me just do that elbow thing? That was a
Sure,
elbow
yeah.
thing. So
as
in
I
order for me to not get flattened, I just pinch my elbows like that.
well, effectively think about shoving me as close to your hips as possible.
Okay.
Right, stopping me from advancing up you as much as possible.
And then get high.
Yeah, but switch to a turk here first. Very nice. And you see you're right at the back of my knee. See if you can be a little lower on my leg. Yeah, so now you can move my ankle backwards.
Okay.
Right? Good. And now again, build loads of height. And now here you can just hip bump.
And hip bump, I grab the ankle.
Yeah, and pull it in
I
this
peel
way.
it up almost like that.
Yeah, so that I can't put it out like this.
Okay.
It's kind of gnarly on my legs, but see if you can pull it close to my bum like this. Yeah.
Nice. And then if that doesn't work, I'm talking.
Yeah.
Wow, that. And another option
It's the turk first, or the back take.
is here.
If I fight going the height at all,
Just slide out.
yeah. Look for the back take there.
And then monitoring that arm coming back in, I
Yeah.
just keep my elbow on your shoulder.
Yes, because the counter to this is to throw a massive crossface over here. And so if you can block my shoulder from getting enough height to get around your face, this is where you can stay safer from it.
And then to build up height,
Yeah.
if I don't have it, the best option is to hip out pull.
I find the best option is to hip away from
Kind
it.
of just there.
Yeah, exactly. And now they're going to chill
Yeah.
here. And you're able, if you can get a torque on my leg again.
Which one? This one here?
Yeah, this one here.
Oh
Yeah, use your ankle, pull your heel to, you've kind of got it the other
yeah.
way. Yeah, here, and pull you, yes.
Then I can take it out.
Exactly. Or, if I drive back into you, now you can hit up.
How important is it to grab the leg for the hip bump?
Not particularly. If they step out, it'll ruin the sweep, it'll give you the turk sweep.
Touches
Yeah, the kind of like plan B kind of feeling. Cool.
That's 6 months of jiu-jitsu. Really appreciate it.
God, this is my voice. Oh, God, that's good. Hell yeah. Okay.
Some memory in there.
Oh, gosh, this is the only thing I've got memory for. Honestly.
Superb.
Hell yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah. Please. Okay, yes, an hour and 3 minutes. It's recorded the whole time.